In this video, we will learn how to use the send email action of mail and deploy by going through many different examples. Let's start with the first one, which deals with conditional attachments. Here we can see a simple task, which includes a send email action. In the Attachments tab of this action, we can see the report that will be sent with this email. In the specifications, we can add a condition in this field. By default, it is empty. However, in this case, we are testing a flag called Send Email. We can see this flag in our executive dashboard, and we can also see that it is set to 1 for all regional managers, so that means they all want to get the email. Now, when we run the task, we receive emails for all regional managers. For this use case, it is not the most efficient way of implementing it, as it first creates the report and then tests the flag. However, for other use cases, it could be more suitable. For example, if we would have a report that should be attached for some people and some not. The next example will focus on custom sender and reply to email addresses. Once again, we will work with the send email action. And here we can see that there is a checkbox called Use Custom Sender and Reply to Email Addresses. By default, the box is unchecked, and the senders are then defined in the email servers part of the settings. With this checkbox, it is possible to override it. In our supporting app, we, for example, can see a table with different sender and reply to addresses. These are then fetched in the custom sender and reply to address fields. Now, in this next example, we want to use a document as the body of the email. It needs to be in the HTML format. In this case, we originally have a Word document, which we can create with the Create Document action. We just need to change the file type to HTML document so that it is compatible with the Send Email action. We can run it, and while we wait for the emails to send, we can open the designer for this report to see what it looks like. In the template, we can see what this report looks like as a Word document. However, we can also preview it as a HTML document. This is what it looks like. It is also possible to create an HTML document from the get-go, but designing the report using the Word editor may be easier. In the next example, we want to send an Excel report as an HTML document in the body of the email. We will first look at the report itself. Here it is as the HTML version. Now we open the task using this report. We have added a Create Report action and specified the file type to HTML document. Then we will send it. This is the email we received. Looking at the table, for example, it's not as pretty as the original one, which is because email clients don't always respect the formatting. To work around this issue, we can save the report as a PNG as well. The task is the same as the one before, just that we will choose the file type PNG image in the Create Report action. Now we also need to change the Send Email action. The body type will be a PNG image as well. In the email, we can see that the tables look like the original ones from the Excel documents. Here we can also see an example of how the tables can look different in other email clients when sending them as HTML documents. In the Desktop Outlook app, the formatting is lost. In the web version of Outlook, however, the formatting is respected. Moving on to the next example, we will send a file collection over email. A file collection is a folder in memory, and it is possible to add multiple reports to it. In the attachment of a send mail action, we can also specify the content type to be a file collection. In this use case, we want to create 6 Excel reports for the 6 regions and send them all in one email. So we first create them and then add them to the file collection. In the end, the file collection will be sent. All of these tasks can also be triggered on demand, either in a Qlik app using the Mail and Deploy extension, or in the hub as well. On to the next example. Here we want to send a zipped file collection. This task is the exact same as the one before, just that in the attached report, we will choose zipped file collection instead of file collection. In the next example, we will focus on the delivery and read receipts. We can add custom headers in the send email action, and they will work as delivery and read receipts. Let's run the task. Here we can see the email we just sent using the task and the confirmation that the email was delivered. Now let's continue with the next example, which is about expressions in the body. It is possible to change the body type from a report or HTML document to an expression and just write a text in the field below. For now, we just have some text. However, we can also create a new report. We need to choose a Word report and set the file type to HTML. Then in the body of the send email action, we can have our text as usual, and in the middle of it, insert an HTML report. The BR in this case creates a new line. In the email we received after running the task, we can see that the report with new lines is in a new line below Hi. Then the HTML report follows, and at last, the kind regards. In the next example, we will look at the expression returning usernames. In this case, we have written demo, which is then matched to the name of a user, and the email is sent to their email address. Another example would be using a match code. For example, in this case, we have added the code 1234. When we check the user demo, it has a field called match code. The email will therefore be sent to any user whose match code coincides the code provided. And lastly, we can also use user groups. We have a user group called demo group, which just contains the demo user. We just have to select expression returning user group names. In the expression field, we added the text demo group. However, as it is an expression, it is possible to fill it out from an app using a variable, for example. Now let's check all the example emails. Here we can see the 6 region files in one email. And here is an email with an attached zip file. This one contains the reports of the 6 region files. One last tip: what to take care of when using Microsoft 365 Outlook email server. For version 3.47 and lower, we use the user ID. For version 3.48 and up, we need the sender and reply to address. We have now learned all there is to know about sending a report via email with Mail and Deploy. Thank you for watching this advanced training.